bus. Peace. No. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Hello, I'm Wayne and welcome to my vlog. Today I'm going to be talking about safetyness. In a sense of be vigilant of where you are, because I have noticed that over the past few months there's a lot of crime happening in South Africa, preferably in Cape Town, in a sense of what I'm kind of wondering, how ignorant have I been over these, well, practically my life. Yes, I've heard stories about muggings, hijackings, but I've never ever knew it to be in my close vicinity of where I used to live, which it is happening at the moment. I'm hearing a lot of horror stories about houses being burgled, hijackings, and missing people. If you go onto Facebook, at least every one out of all my friends is either sharing a link of someone who's missing in Cape Town, and it's like recent. It's just what is happening? What is happening in this world where we cannot go out, we cannot have a house or have any of the items that we have worked our asses off to get? It's not safe. It gets stolen, it gets broken. I'm just wondering, what are we doing about it? That's kind of, it's kind of big for me to say, because what am I physically doing about it? I'm doing absolutely nothing, because I'm busy trying to protect the stuff that I own, and also my life. I have been mugged twice on the train since going to college, and for someone who doesn't really have a job, it's just like, it's just hectic, but you don't have money to pay for the insurance. And I did not work myself up in order for an imbecile who doesn't really have much of a life than steal. Yes, you can say, oh, there's a reason why he steals. Yes, drugs. Just a criminal, to be honest. But it doesn't excuse of the behavior of how it happens. Like, my first cell phone, I just had for a month and a half, was taken from me at a train station. The train came in and there was problems with the door, so I opened it with these young ladies that was on the side, and they were helping, but it was like, not jolting, it was stuck in a sense that it didn't want to open. So then this guy came in right in front of me and helped me with the door. So when I got into the carriage, I had my headphones on and I noticed that the music stopped. So I was like, okay, someone must be contacting me. So I pressed the button, hello, 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 and no response. And when I looked down, all I had was the headphones and the cord. The phone was taken out of my pocket. And this guy obviously grabbed the phone when I opened the door. That was a freaking nightmare, because that same day I was just donated blood, so I was already weak, and I was dealing with the police who weren't that helpful. I think there were some limitations of what they could do for me, but they expected stuff that needed to be done before I could even give a case number or get a case number. So the insurance paid me out for that, and then 5 months later, my lovely phone got stolen yet again. Also, on the train carriage, I was on my way home and these two guys started having a fight in the carriage, and because the train was coming into the station, it was just jolting from one side to another. And they fell into me and I fell onto the floor with them. And then by the time I got up, they just vanished. And I only later found out that the phone was gone was when I tried to phone my sister-in-law. And yeah, so I was pissed off with that. So luckily I had a brother who had an old cell phone and gave me that to use because my insurance said that my phone wasn't insured because I didn't sign the document. But how does one sign the document if you do not produce one? So I'm arguing them with that, and yeah, not very helpful either. But luckily enough, I do have a cousin who gave me her old cell phone, which is an iPhone S4S, S4. Don't know. As long as it's got a camera and works, I'm happy. Yeah, it's just that the only thing I can say to you guys is to be vigilant. Don't be on your cell phones the whole time. Since being mugged twice, I'm hardly on my phone when I'm on the train. I have noticed. The one time I was going to college and then this girl comes onto the carriage, sits right opposite me. And because I'm not on my cell phone, I'm looking at her. Well, I'm looking at her, I'm not stalking her, I'm not being a perv. She was good to look at. But the point I'm trying to make is that she did not lose her eye contact on her cell phone. She did not notice that I was looking at her. She did not notice that someone sat next to her. She just did not notice anything. And yeah, so it was like a bit concerning because someone could be actually standing right behind her, looking at her and her cell phone and seeing how he or she would be able to grab the cell phone when they leave the train. But alas, no one did mug her, so that's really, really nice. But I accidentally hit her lunchbox out of her hand when I put my jacket on. So that was interesting. And she got off on my same train. Well, train station. Yes. Right, that's it for me. I hope you liked the video. Sorry for the ranting, but that's something that needs to get off my chest.